Hello and welcome to my interview of an older generation person. Today I will be interviewing, what's your name?
Angela Hill.
And just for the record, do you give me permission to use this interview?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Okay, so the first question to do with my play Metamorphosis. Well, all these questions are based around the themes of the play.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one I came up with is, do you think that our choices are truly free, or are they influenced by factors beyond our control?
Do I think that our choices are free or are they influenced by factors beyond our control? I would say that almost every choice we make is influenced by factors beyond our control.
Right.
For example, where we're born, when we're born, the gender that we're born, the social and economic circumstances that we're born in, the country we're born in, etc. I mean, there's just everything about our birth is beyond our control. And I guess, I feel like we do have free will. I don't feel like we don't have free will, but there are so many factors that influence not only the decisions that we make, but the choices that we have. But I think within that we have free will.
But on like a day-to-day basis, I would say that's more free will, wouldn't you?
On a day-to-day basis, I would say that all of that still really counts, because our day-to-day circumstances are dictated by all of those really big picture circumstances that are beyond our control. So like really small things, do I choose to have lunch now or later? I guess we could say that I have free will in making decisions like that. But also there are so many factors that feed into that. What did I eat yesterday? How much money do I have to spend on food? Have I had good nutrition all my life?
Say it was something like being kind to someone. Could you blame that on the way that someone was brought up, or their own free will?
Well, things like when you look at who is imprisoned in our country, and even more so in America, the amount of non-white people that are imprisoned is far, far higher. And this is certainly not because those people are more likely to commit crimes by their nature. It's because of the environmental circumstances that create poverty and create pressure on people, which mean that they're pushed into situations where they might have to break the, for example. So, a choice like that about, how do we live might not be as much free will as even our legal system assumes that it is, because our legal system sends people to prison for everything that they do. We're held completely accountable for everything that we do, but sometimes, there are mitigating circumstances which are deeper than just in the moment in terms of social justice.
Yeah.
So it's hard to kind of separate. But yeah, is it my choice to be kind or not kind? Yeah, it is. It's, I can choose to overcome the fact that I feel hungry or I feel tired, or whatever those things in that moment might make me be short-tempered or inconsiderate. I can choose to override those and still be kind, do a kind act.
Yeah. Okay, very interesting. Thank you. The next question is, do you believe in the concept of karma or divine retribution for hubristic behaviour, and why or why not?
Do I believe in the concept of karma?
Yeah.
For hubristic behaviour?
Yeah.
Well, in other words, that there is some kind of karmic balancing for hubris.
Yeah, some sort of like punishment.
No, I don't think so, sadly.
No.
No, I think in our culture hubris is rewarded.
Yeah.
When we look at Boris Johnson, he is just like hubris embodied, and he has been well rewarded for his arrogance and his lack of humility. And I think capitalism and this society that the West has created rewards hubris. So in the afterlife, I couldn't say, but
Yeah.
in, you know, socially, no, we don't hold people accountable for their sort of pride or ego, or making decisions that are based on their inflated confidence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't challenge people for that. We go, oh, you must know what you're doing then, because you're, you know, going forward with so much confidence and making these decisions with so much confidence. You must be right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so I don't think that there's any kind of, I don't see that. But I guess karmic could be deeper than that. It could be, you know.
Yeah, it's not necessarily surface level. It could
Yeah.
be within that person.
You know, maybe, well, I don't know. I don't know actually. Because I think hubris and sort of narcissism are quite close, aren't they? And that's, you know, where somebody is completely unaware of the fact that they see themselves as far greater than they are.
Mm.
So maybe it's a lack of awareness, and maybe ultimately a lack of awareness does have some kind of, you know, karmic inverted commas impacts, because we're unaware. If you're unself-aware, then I think maybe you have a less rich experience of life in the end.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something there.
Yeah. Thank you very much. The third and final question is, how do you navigate the process of self-transformation, and have you learned any lessons along the way?
Wow, that's a big one. How do I navigate the process of self-transformation?
Or like, how have you?
How have I? By reading lots of really wise things written by really wise, experienced people
Mm-hmm.
who've helped me to understand, how to be more. I think self-awareness is really key. How to be more aware of myself and aware of my responses to things, and in that more aware of other people and their responses to things, and the complexity of life, I guess. The sort of simplicity of life on the one hand, being part of nature and accepting that I'm just an animal on a planet in a universe.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time that life is really, really complex, incredibly, unbelievably, beautifully, way, way beyond my capacity to understandly complex. And I sit somewhere in a little nest in between those two realities.
Yeah.
So not take it too seriously, but on the other hand, to really enjoy how much I can influence my own thoughts and feelings in any given moment.
Mm-hmm.
That I love this thing about the second arrow, which I'm sure I've said to you before. It's a Buddhist idea that the first arrow is whatever life throws at you, just whatever is, and you can't do anything about that. But the second arrow is your response to it, one's own response to what happens.
Yeah.
And that just, I don't know, that speaks volumes to me somehow. That in any given circumstance, I can choose how I respond to it.
Oh, yeah.
Like you were saying
100%.
about kindness.
Yeah, about the free will.
About free will. Yeah, I can't choose what happens to me, but I can choose my response to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's something about the simplicity and the complexity kind of coming together. Yeah, no, I've always enjoyed philosophy and thinking about life, and I continue to think about it and enjoy applying it to myself and how I can change my own way of thinking to be more open and more understanding of life, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that rounds off our interview nicely. Thank you for taking time out of your day.
Pleasure. Good questions.
Good question. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.